And we are live, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Dylan Holy Experience. It's 6:01 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Yes, I am a touch late, about 60 seconds. But hey, what are you going to do, baby? Life happens. 9:01 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for those of you on the East Coast. This is your midweek market recap, and let's see what's going on. Stock futures are little changed as traders hope for a debt ceiling deal. You know what? I'm going to talk about this at some point on my TikTok or YouTube short within the next few days. But like the debt ceiling argument is like they have manufactured it to just keep happening. Like the entire debt ceiling thing is BS. But nonetheless, let's see what is being fed to us today. U.S. stock futures were flat on Wednesday night as Wall Street hoped that the debt ceiling crisis would soon see a resolution. Dow Jones Industrial Average futures slipped by 28 points or 0.08%. Futures linked to the S&P 500 and NASDAQ 100 futures declined by 0.05% and 0.02% respectively. The major averages all ended Wednesday's regular trading session higher. The Dow Jones gained more than 400 points. The S&P 500 rose 1.19%, and the NASDAQ Composite advanced 1.28%. Investor sentiment seemed to rise after Washington leaders indicated they are moving forward on debt ceiling talks. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy told CNBC's Squawk Box on Wednesday that he does not believe the U.S. will default on its debt. President Joe Biden also stated in later remarks that he was confident lawmakers would come together to reach a deal and avoid a default. Meanwhile, Wells Fargo's head of equity strategy, Chris Harvey, was skeptical that progress has been made in Washington on the debt ceiling talks. Quote, "We still think that macro is going to start to weigh over things. We think people are getting too excited about the debt ceiling in the short term, and we think there's some possibility some more downside as we go forward in time will continue to happen," end quote. Which, hey, Chris Harvey, hey, you know what? Chris Harvey, he may be spoken on that real pack. I can definitely agree with him there. Quote, we think it's going to get a little bit more tenuous as we go forward in time. We do think a deal will get done, but we think it's too optimistic at this point in time. I mean, yeah, y'all, we haven't, like, they haven't even really had the hearings or anything. Like, the debt ceiling stuff, like, they just brought it up. And in most cases, like, how the media waves deal with just, like, different stories, like, different, public problems that are being told that are important that we need to fix. Like, we're going to talk and talk and talk, and nothing's going to get resolved, and then there's going to be a massive spike in stakes. Oh my gosh, we're on the brink of the biggest default in U.S. history, which is the case. Like, on paper, we are definitely headed towards a government default, and I'll be talking about this further at some point down the line. Y'all are definitely going to know what I'm talking about. It's not looking fantastic, though, but I definitely think that the market is being way too optimistic right now. We are definitely not out of the thick of it yet. Investors will be looking toward retail giant Walmart's earnings report Thursday morning for insights on the health of the consumer. Wall Street will also watch out for the weekly jobless claims to gauge the strength of the labor market. The Philadelphia Fed's manufacturing survey numbers for May, as well as existing home sales data for April, are also slated to be released Thursday morning. And you bet your sweet bucket the Dylan Holy Experience over on twitter.com/@RealDylanHoly is going to be covering that first. Which, by the way, I guess we can do a little subtle plug right now. Why not? Let's get a little crazy. Let's get a little cray-cray. We could do at Real Dylan Holy. And I am reputable, baby. I'm verified. I got the badge. Come on, man. How could you not be about that? Nonetheless, let's move on to some hard-hitting players. Microsoft had its $69 billion acquisition of Activision Blizzard approved by the European Union, which they put an end to it over, or they were giving it some trouble over antitrust concerns. And I guess, hey, it's not antitrust concerns. It's you can go ahead and buy them. And we'll continue the console wars and first-party IP wars between Sony and Microsoft. I don't know. I haven't really played an Activision Blizzard game in years. I think Microsoft owning Activision Blizzard is... Hello, W's. Big W's. Hello, Braden. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, we're talking about the European Union approving Microsoft's acquisition of Activision Blizzard. As in, I think you're primarily, or if you were to play console, you're primarily Xbox, right? You're definitely not PlayStation. So, and in terms of the actual games that Activision and Blizzard make, how are you feeling about this, Cuh? Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. Definitely Team Xbox. I'm not a fucking Sony PlayStation. Man, I'm not a PlayStation guy. I don't fuck with PlayStation. I had a PS4. Didn't really like it. Definitely Xbox, bro. But Xbox One clears. Xbox 360 clears. And I don't even really care. I think the Xbox Series X and Series S look better than the PlayStation 5. I'll definitely say that. But no, they had it approved. In terms of when the actual deal is going to go through, I think that is still generally not super clear. But in Europe, they're cool with them buying it. So what are you going to do? Speaking of tech giants, in the same vein as Microsoft, Apple achieved a very significant stock market milestone this week. Apple is now worth more than the entire Russell 2000. So what is the Russell 2000? Well, if you take a look at the Russell 2000, oh man, I definitely hit a cheeky caps lock right there. But the Russell 2000 is basically the smallest 2,000 companies on the U.S. stock market. So if we take a look, or let's do makeup, the Russell 2000 makeup. It's basically the smallest 2,000 publicly traded companies in America. And the Russell, man, my Chrome has been cheeky recently. The Russell 2000 is valued at around $2.6 trillion. And Apple, at least at the time this article was done, are we loading? Man, dude, I'm not even gonna lie, chat. My Chrome has been shitting the bed recently. But Apple is valued at $2.7 trillion, so it's worth about $100 billion more than the Russell 2000, which is just absurd. The consolidation in this time. Okay, cool. Okay. I thought it was just me because I've been using Google Chrome for like 10 years. I've been using it since it came out, dude. I was like 9 years old when I started using Google Chrome, and I've never had like as bad of Google Chrome performance as I have within the last like 2 days, man. So that, I mean, it sucks that it's happening, but like I'm happy. It sounds like it's like a widespread thing and not just like my computer shitting the brain or shitting its brains out, because I thought I was gonna have to buy like more RAM just so I can run Chrome. But no, this just goes to show that the consolidation that's happening in these massive corporate like all of the information technology companies, there's just massive consolidation here. Like if you want to take a look at my Robinhood, and like this isn't me flexing, because as you're about to see in my Robinhood, lo and behold, in my like, you know, my not trading, but like the stocks that I'm like actively like that I'm actively looking at and also invested in, I have $142. So I'm just kind of playing around for science. But if you take a look at VOO, which is the S&P 500, basically that you can purchase from Vanguard. It's the S&P 500 exchange traded fund. Within the last, or actually we can probably take a look at my retirement. And this too, this is not again, not a big flex, $380. I'm putting $10 a week in. And I split it between three different ETFs. So S&P 500, gold, and dividend paying stocks, because that's your boy, dude. I like passive income. But if we take a look, we can see that, let's see the performance on this thing, because I know we have it here. There we go. If we see the performance on this, the S&P 500, since I started buying it, I've made 4% on it. So 4.4% is what I've made on the S&P 500. Just looking at Apple and like how much it outperforms the S&P 500, and Apple is the biggest company in the S&P 500. I can break that down further if you're interested. But Apple, in the same time, I'm up. Where is it here? Brokerage. There we go. I'm up 27%, dude. Like Apple has been significantly outperforming the S&P 500. And it's interesting because it just goes to show like the mechanics of the S&P 500, like how it works it's actually pretty crazy. So how the S&P 500 works is it's something called market capitalization weighted. So the larger the company is, the more of it you're going to own. So in the S&P 500, like you own a significant amount of Apple. Dude, are we really? Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Give me some makeup. S&P 500 companies by weight. Okay. I mean, it doesn't give the... Holy shit, you're brown? Hello, stud. I don't know if I'm racism, and possibly, I don't know if, I mean, I have brown hair and like brown hair, brown eyes. I could definitely see that. I don't have much melanin, but I definitely have brown hair, brown eyes. So I guess in some way I am brown, but not like that. Not really. But how the S&P 500 works is the larger, like you own more of the larger companies. So just in the top 10, you have, let's see here. So we have Apple, which is valued at let me bring this up. So we have Apple, which is valued at 7.43%. We have Microsoft, which is valued at 6.72. Amazon, 2.93. NVIDIA, 2.08. Alphabet, 2.06. And Google is kind of like Google and Goog are basically the exact same company. You know what? Screw it. Just for science, we're going to throw the 0.81 in there. 1.69. Berkshire, very nice, 6.9. Meta, 1.54. United, 1.3. And Tesla, 1.3. So just in the top 10, 28.86% of the S&P 500 is concentrated, like basically a third of the S&P, or nearly just over a quarter of the S&P 500 is concentrated in the top 10 holdings. And this just goes like, and this has been getting higher. Like Apple has the most concentration of any company in the S&P 500 in history. So Apple really is like the market leader, and they've been doing super duper well. So they like the 27% that they've made back, and obviously, ¿tú hablas inglés? I do speak English. Surprisingly, I know that no hablo inglés. Okay, check this out. Check this out. Me gusta manzana. Boom! I like apple. How's that, dude? Me gusta manzana. I like apple. But yeah, I think like there has bus. Richard Merritt, dude, man, dude, the boys are showing up in full force tonight for the midweek market recap on the Dylan Holy Experience. I think it's probably because I'm leaking out how much money I have, which is $380 in a Roth IRA, and then $142. Es mi hermano, bilingual, huge, dude. Dylan Holy Experience, you already know, dude. Dylan Holy Experience, hella buy. Lingual. Oh shit. Rick Merrick es mi hermano. Oh, okay, word. Okay, sweet. Shout out to the brothers. shout out to all my brothers in chat. But no, there's some crazy consolidation happening, and it's not just in like the stock market, but also it's in media. Like if we take a look at what's going on, Vice Media, which was one of the more provocative news sources when they first came out. I loved Vice, dude. Like when Vice first came out, oh shit, no es bien. Oh, sex-based terms. We're gonna, dude. Twitch chat wanted me to say no. They wanted my thoughts on no SBN as a sex-based term, and I'm like, nah, man, let that through, man. No gender terms on the Dylan Holy Experience. I don't give a shit, bitch. I don't give a shit. But what I do give a shit about is my Chrome is actually shitting out. So we're gonna see what happens here, but I'm very, very worried that this is all about to crash. Let me know if y'all can still hear me in chat. But man, dude, it's so unbelievably slow, Google Chrome. This might make me switch to Opera. I'm gonna jump ship. I'm going to another browser. I don't give a shit, dude. Actually, no. Oh no, everything just crashed. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you shitting me, dude? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Can we fucking... Dude, what? That is such an L, dude. All right, can we just open up all these tabs? Restore window. All right, let's see. Let's see if we can bring it back. Dude, that's brutal, man. It has been... Dude, Chrome has been so bad. I still don't speak English, though. Yeah. I mean, well, but didn't you just do that? Sprechen auf Deutsch? Oh, dude, nah, man. I do not know German. But, yeah, Chrome's been down bad, horrendous. I hope Google puts a fix out to it. But Vice, one of the more provocative news sources, when they first came out, like, I loved Vice, dude. Vice was super duper cool. Like when they were doing their, let's take a wee gander here. When they were doing their, like, super OG stuff, like, I'm talking popular. Yeah, like, dude, this shit was crazy. Making the world's first male sex doll. World's Scariest Drug was fucking crazy. The UK's scariest debt collector. Das ist not good, Dylan. Okay. Oh, damn. Okay. I think this dude's saying that's not good, Dylan. Is that Jabba the Hutt? Where? Should we go back? I don't know. Here, maybe? No idea. But nah, man, like this was a pretty cool source. Like it was giving us stuff that we hadn't really seen before. Bro, let's watch the biggest ass in Brazil. I don't know if I'm gonna get copyright striked for this. Would you give a second change to Cupid? I have no idea. Dude, y'all are going crazy. The biggest ass in Brazil.
at Vice, and I'm really intimidated by the huge ass of the watermelon woman.
What? What? The huge ass of the watermelon woman? Let's just keep going through.
We went to Brazil to see the watermelon woman, which is the woman in Brazil who has arguably the largest and most impressive ass on the planet. Also possibly one of the largest objects on Earth. The Russians love drinking in AK-47s, Americans love just being fat sacks of useless shit, and Brazilians love having big asses. And now here it is, Vice presents the biggest ass in Brazil.
Meu nome é Andressa Soares, mais conhecida agora como Mulher Melancia. Desde nova, desde molequinha mesmo, os pais, as mães das outras crianças sempre falavam: olha o tamanho do bumbum dessa menina. Tudo começou, na verdade, foi numa rádio aqui no Rio, que eu fazia participação como locutora, e aí ficou Mulher Melancia. Daí então foi quando o MC Krau chamou Mulher Melancia para fazer uma participação.
Okay, well, nonetheless, this is the type of stuff that this news source was putting out, and now, like, I'm not gonna say it's like woke propaganda and shit, but you know, like the argument has been made that they're putting out like more leftist woke shit, and you know, I've always thought that the go woke go broke kind of thing was always just like MAGA fucking gesturing and stuff like that, but I mean, if you look at like Disney, they've been losing a shit ton of money ever since they went woke. And it's not like they're not making money. They still are, but they're making significantly less money. And Vice, you know, I'm trying to use my Twitch Prime sub. Oh, dude, yeah, I don't have enough followers to get partnered yet. I think I need like 50 followers or something like that, and I'm at like 26. So for y'all that are not following me, yeah, go ahead and give me a follow so I can get a Twitch. Hey, let's go! Hero follow, dude. Thank you, man. Thank you, and welcome to the millions officially. But yeah, I think like it makes sense going that they have like a 50 follower thresh mark or threshold. Damn, let's fucking go. I think it makes sense that they do that. But I don't know. It is kind of annoying because it'd be cool if I could get Twitch Prime. Nonetheless, Vice, they went bankrupt. Vice Media has gone bankrupt. It doesn't seem like there's going to be any disruption in daily operations for Vice Media, which is their actual like news source that they blast news out on. Their ad agency Virtue, Pulse Films, and Refinery 29, those are still going to be doing their thing. Excuse the mic. I had to sneeze. But guess who's going to be bailing out Vice Media? Not to be a QAnoner, but Soros Fund Management is going to be trying to bring the company out of bankruptcy, which is extremely interesting. Bless you, Dylan. Thank you. God bless you. Hey, I appreciate it, baby. I appreciate it. But no, so Soros Media is bringing them out of bankruptcy. Or Soros Fund Management, excuse me. Which, you know, like, I'm not here to say that, like, George Soros is in the cabal. They're in the World Economic Forum cabal, and they're trying to bring us down. But it is an investment firm that is owned by George Soros and is like actively investing into, or is like help funding money into the World Economic Forum, which, you know, I think like just on paper they're doing it, but you know, like people are gonna look into it and say, oh, they're giving their sway around, and that's how they're funneling money to all the elites. Again, can't quantify that, but I definitely don't think George Soros is doing things to the benefit of us. He also holds shares in Palantir Technologies, which is like a military contracting software company kind of deal. He owns Vici Properties, which I own. Vici Properties is a real estate investment trust. So everyone knows like Caesar's Palace, MGM Grant. How those operate is Vici Properties owns the actual MGM Grand and Caesars Palace, the Venetian, all the, like 60 to 70% of all of the major casinos, like the actual buildings are owned by Vici Properties, and they lease them out to places like Caesars Entertainment, MGM. So, I mean, you know, he likes the company. I also too happen to like the company. But yeah, he owns those types of companies. He's very closely associated with the World Economic Forum, and now he's helped bailing out Vice, apparently. I don't know. I haven't gone into Vice, like their news source, in a while. Like it's been a minute since I've read any Vice articles or watched any Vice videos. But for all the people that are currently employed by them, I wish them the best of luck. Hopefully they can stay employed and they don't have to lay anyone off. But we'll see. But yeah, the reason I say I hope I don't get them, or they don't get laid off, is like, you know, I'm a fucking like human. Like I don't want to see people go through misery and pain. And it's like, in terms of our financial standing as consumers right now, it's really not fantastic. How do I know that? Well, the New York Fed put out some numbers basically every quarter. So every 3 months, they talk about how many, like how much debt the USA has in housing debt and non-housing debt. So that's like credit cards, student loans, yada, yada, yada. So for the first time ever, and this is like pretty staggering, whether we wanted it or not, we've stepped into a war with the Cabal on Mars. So let's get to taking out their command one by one. Valis to Orc. From what I can gather, he commands the siege dancers from an Imperial land tank outside of the Rubicon. He's well protected, but with the right team, we can punch through those defenses, take this beast out, and break their grip on Freehold. Hey, I agree. Rest in peace, Lance Reddick. And Rick, thank you for the copy pasta. Much appreciated. But for the first time ever, check this out. This is nuts. So for the first time ever in Q1 of 2023, these numbers came out yesterday. In housing debt, so that's like mortgages, stuff like that, $12.38 trillion. Hey, what are you going to do, baby? America, we have a fucking housing boom because of low interest rates. What are you going to do with all this housing debt? So $12.38 trillion. And then in non-housing debt, so I'm talking credit cards, I'm leaving after that Destiny BS. Hey, whoa, dude, this is coming from the Valorant player. I'm getting heat from the Valorant community now. You fell off, baby. Dude. Game peaked in open beta. Sorry, but non-housing debt at $4.66 trillion, which brings us to the first time ever. The first time ever. U.S. consumer debt hit over $17 trillion in Q1 of 2023. And, you know, people are talking about this, but this is very significant. Like, dude, within 2 years, consumer debt has increased by nearly $4 trillion. It's increased by nearly let's call it like 25 to 30%. And that's a lot. And I'm gonna put some stuff out. I'm gonna talk about this at a later time. But stuff's getting crazy. This debt stuff is not gonna stop. Like how the US dollar is designed. Like this is the only, like this chart's gonna keep going up. It's just going to keep going up. There may be some momentary lapses in it coming down, but over time, the debt, the U.S. debt, not just consumer private debt, but government debt is going to keep going up. And that's just the name of the game. Be sure to follow me on TikTok at Dylan Holy or youtube.com/@DylanHoly, because I'm going to probably talk more about it there. If I'm giving y'all some foreshadowing. Moving on, this is going to be like a miscellaneous variety power hour kind of deal. This is one of the craziest crossovers of two worlds. My coworker, she's like super into Squishmallows. And Warren Buffett owns Squishmallows, and he thinks that the couple behind Squishmallows are ideal Berkshire Hathaway managers, which is fucking crazy. And look at the Warren Buffett Squishmallows. Holy shit, from the shareholder conference. Like, dude, I told myself, like, okay, I don't want a Warren Buffett Squishmallow, but man, I don't know. There's something about it, dude. These things are fucking sweet, dude. Look at them. These things are badass, dude. Yeah, dude, this shit is fucking awesome. And then you've also got Charlie Munger, who's Warren Buffett's like right-hand man, COO kind of deal to his CEO. Got Charlie Munger up in there too. Bro, I kind of want the Warren who I know. Yeah, that's the one problem. Like, it's $400 because I think it was limited run. It was exclusively like, okay, I'm only gonna, drop these at the shareholder conference. But dude, they're pretty fucking cool. I really like them. And now I can understand why some people are dropping fat sacks on Squishmallows. I don't know if I could, personally speaking. But it looks so cool, dude. I love these things so much. And it's just a crazy crossover. And like when Warren Buffett says that, Jazzwares, who owns Squishmallows, is a gem, take that. Take it, dude, take it and run and keep going with your bag, dude. They got Jabba Squishmallows or Gorlock. They got a Jabba Squishmallow or Gorlock the Destroyer. Let's see. I'm sure they have a Jabba the Hutt Squishmallow. Let's see here. Oh, they definitely do. Okay, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. How about Gorlock? Let's do a Gorlock Squishmallow. Okay. I don't know is this what you were looking for? No, that's Gordon. We don't want Gordon the Shark. We want Gorlock the Destroyer. Oh, it's her. I see. I didn't realize that's who Gorlock the Destroyer was. That's fucking brutal. I don't know, I don't think that they're going to make a Squishmallow of this. This is something that's like, I mean, at this point in the Power Hour variety kind of deal, Pfizer sold $31 billion worth of bonds, the fourth largest U.S. bond sale in history. Yeah, this is the fourth largest, basically like debt issuing in the history of the U.S. stock market, which is pretty crazy. But I think over time they'll probably end up paying it back. And I mean, and if they make a move like this, they're anticipating it being worthwhile for shareholders. I don't personally own Pfizer, but I know a lot of people do. They're a solid dividend company. Very well known, very well. I mean, there's a decent amount of controversy behind them because Pfizer's giving kids these COVID-19 vaccines, and they're infecting them and giving them heart attacks and shit. I don't know about that. But there's definitely an argument to be made. They did come out a few months ago and no one really talked about it, but they said that their COVID-19 efficacy or their COVID-19 vaccine is not as high as they initially planned. So they were definitely overblowing the results of or overestimating the initial power and potency of the COVID-19 vaccine. It's actually significantly lower than they thought. But hey, what are you going to do? Moving on. Dude, no way my Chrome's about to crash again. All right, we're just going to chill. Oh, there we go. All right, never mind. All right. Moving on, Mineplex, the first mega server in Minecraft. I mean, Hypixel is significantly larger and still profitable, but Mineplex was the first mega Minecraft server. It shut down after 10 years. Shut down 2 days ago, or 1 day ago. Excuse me. It shut down 1 day ago. The end of an era. What are you gonna do? But yeah. I mean, I played on Mineplex when I was a kid. I didn't play it recently, but their servers down and their website's down, and they cease to exist. All we've got left is Hypixel. All right, we're gonna chill. Oh, never mind. We got it. We're good. All right. Tether, they purchased $222 million worth of Bitcoin. I think this will probably be fine. I don't think Tether has a healthy business model. I think that they're probably not there. I mean, they haven't been the most transparent about their bookkeeping in history, and like they just kind of print tethers out and then they infuse them into it. Like this is confirmed. Like Tether prints Tether, like USDT, and they infuse it into exchanges, and then they help the exchanges buy up Bitcoin so they can have more exchange liquidity for like Bitcoin or Ethereum, yada, yada, yada. And that artificially pumps the price up. Like that's like they're manipulating the cryptocurrency markets. Man, we just shut down. Dude, see, Tether didn't like that, so they had to crash my Chrome. But no, that they are definitely influencing the cryptocurrency markets. I don't think it's great. I'm not the biggest fan of it. But they have allocated about 15% of their portfolio now to owning Bitcoin. And the last time there was a major stable coin that allocated some cash to Bitcoin was the Luna Foundation Guard, which, if you all remember, you had Terra, and they were in charge of Terra, which was the cryptocurrency backing. What even was the coin called? Hold on. It's USD. It was it Terra, or was it Terra USD? Let me see. Hold on. Luna USD stablecoin. Yeah, I actually forgot the name. I just know that it's the Terra coin. UST. Algorithmic stablecoin. They were basically using Terra to back UST, and then Terra was backed by like treasury bonds, and also like Bitcoin and Ethereum. So Luna and the Luna Foundation Guard acquires $1.5 billion in Bitcoin to reinforce stablecoin reserves. This was May 5th of 2022. Hey, it has been 1 year since the Terra meltdown and algorithmic depegging, which, spoiler alert, they algorithmically depeg and they have to spot sell 80,000 Bitcoin on the open market, which plunged the crypto markets. And then it ended up being a hyperinflationary environment for Terra. Price crashes, coin's dead, and Do Kwon is being hunted by authorities for a Ponzi scheme. But yeah, so this was the last time there was a major purchase into Bitcoin. I think Tether is a little different. It's not an algorithmic stablecoin, but it is still basically a Ponzi scheme. They're just printing more Tether and infusing it into exchanges. But we'll see how that plays out. I guess. What are you going to do? WWE and UFC, there was the announcement back in April, the day after WrestleMania 39, that they were going to merge, but the name of the company, the post-merge company, was unknown until today. TKO Group Holdings. TKO, of course, standing for Technical Knockout, which I think is a freaking awesome name. They are going to be merged, and it's going to be TKO Group Holdings, and the market ticker is going to be TKO, which is a total knockout, if you ask me. That was a dad joke right there. But yeah, so again, I'm a WWE fan. We'll see how this plays out. I like what Triple H is doing. I'll say that. I think, again, I don't have an allegiance to the McMahon family, but it is the first time WWE has not been in control of a McMahon or a McMahon Helmsley. And we'll see what happens over the next few years. Lastly, speaking of professional wrestling, AEW has announced a new show titled AEW Collision. It's going to be happening on Saturdays on TNT, beginning June 17th, live at 8 p.m., I believe, Eastern, and then 7 p.m. Central, which I think brings us to 5 p.m. Pacific, if I'm not mistaken. I don't really watch AEW. I only watch it for a few select people that are on AEW. But I'm excited to see how this plays out. Anyway, there we go. Midweek market recap, and then, of course, some trail-offs as well, talking about different things. Be sure to give me a follow at Real Dylan Holy over on Twitter. For those of you watching me over on Twitch, feel free to give me a follow if you haven't. If you have, I love you. Thank you. for the other half of you, feel free to head over to youtube.com/@DylanHoley. I'm giving y'all key takeaways. I'm putting them up on YouTube Shorts now. I'm putting them up on TikTok, which, by the way, if y'all want to watch me over on TikTok, we can probably bring that up, right? We can probably get crazy. We can probably get crazy there. TikTok.com/DylanHoley. Oh, do we have to do @DylanHoley? Let me see. TikTok.com/DylanHoley. There we go. TikTok.com/DylanHoley. I'm doing key takeaways there and also other short form content. Yeah, go ahead and give me a follow there. Appreciate it. Thank you all so much for watching. It's always a pleasure being able to talk with y'all, getting to connect with y'all about what's going on in this wide, crazy world. I guess I'll see you next week. Y'all have a fantastic rest of your evening. And thank you for watching once again, Midweek Market Recap and the Umbrella Dylan Holey Experience.